Hey guys, today we're making steel rose. We're going to start with a 3" by 3" piece of, I believe it's 24, 26 gauge steel. It's whatever you feel comfortable working with. And we're going to make those pedal pieces. Here's how we do it. I center drill a hole right there in the middle, and I use it. It's a hole pre-made to a size about where I'm going to want the stock that's going to go in the middle. So I go to about halfway across, a little less than halfway, and then go halfway in between those two. Notice how I'm trying to keep the same distance between all those cuts in that center hole there. That's important. You don't want to get too close to it, and you don't want to be too far apart from that. So now I'm going to just go ahead around the corner, the top corner of each one of those rose petals, will be rose petals, and cut the corner off. Flip it over and go the other way. If you try and go backwards, those shears are really going to fight you. It won't work. So it's just easier to do all of the one side, then flip it over to the other side. Now I've got a cross peen hammer here, and I'm going to use that cross peen, and run the cross peen portion is going to run kind of from the center of that of the hole there out towards the edge all the way around. That's going to give me some nice texturing lines. It's going to make the rose look a lot better. And what it will also do is it's going, if I make sure I hit the outside edge of the piece as well, and it kind of gives some nice shape to the edge of the leaves or the edge of the petals. I keep saying leaves, but honestly I don't think I put any leaves on this one. I just ran out of time, was trying to knock out a video. This is a shortened version of a much longer video I have here on YouTube, so if you want to go look at it, I'll try and put an annotation on here so you can click right in here somewhere, or look in the description box if you want to see a longer version. Here's where I'm just going to set these up. I'm going to put them like that. I'm going to weld them together. So that first weld is going to go on the bottom side. Remember, I'm a hobbyist blacksmith. I'm not much of a welder, and my welds look like it. There it is in the bottom. See, I just weld it onto the bottom. The next one I stick on top of that, and the third one I kind of just weld to the mound of steel that's left from the first weld. Now here we're going to go ahead and start heating the rose up in the coal forge, and you got to be careful because you can burn this stuff up pretty quick especially in the coal forge. It gets pretty hot. So I turn the right corner of each one of the petals on one row up. That way, all my petals will kind of come up together and fit in together really nicely and make a nice, tight, good-looking center bud. So first I turn the right corner up and I stand them up. Then I'm going to try and turn the left corner around and get them kind of all nice and round. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pair of channel locks and or adjustable pliers, whatever you call them. But I'm going to use those to kind of round that top center piece of the petals together and make a nice tight bud. That gives it a really nice look. One thing you can see there, I accidentally heated the wrong side. You have to really pay attention to what you're doing, or like I said, if you get any one spot a little too hot, you'll burn it up in a heartbeat and ruin a whole lot of work. So there we go. I've got the first one done, or the first layer pretty much done there. I'm going to go ahead and do the next two layers just like it. You'll also notice that as I get these layers done, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to take those those pliers and go kind of 90 degrees to the top of the petal, so that I can kind of curl the top of that petal out. You have to pull up, kind of push in. It's a strange motion. It takes a little bit of practice to get it right to where you don't deform your rose petals as you're curling that top piece over. But you'll kind of see what I mean here in just a second. Here we go. Kind of pushing up and in towards the center of the petal, or the center of the rose petals, as I do that, so that I can get that curled piece, but it doesn't pull my petals out. And we're going to go all the way around the last petal there. You could use some different sizes if you wanted. Maybe use an inch bigger circle to start with on that bottom piece, and it might give you some bigger rose petals, but I've done that in the past, and I didn't really think that it made enough of a difference for me to worry about it. So once we get it out of the fire, we're just going to brush her up real good, maybe bounce on the anvil a little bit just to try and knock some of that carbon. There's a lot of carbon that gets trapped down in those petals as you heat it. Once we get her cleaned up, I drop her in a blacksmith finish there that I got from the Purgatory Ironworks here on YouTube. He's got a video that shows you how to make it. I don't think I did it right. His was more of a paste, mine's more of a liquid, but hey, it seems like it works real well. So here we go. Here's the final product. I try and put out videos I'm going to try and start putting out videos on a lot more regular basis. If there's anything you'd like to see, feel free to comment down below or hit the subscribe button and let me know what you think. I appreciate your time.